Whenever I talk to prospective families, I think, and they're really interested in scholarships, the very first thing that I point them to is really applying. They need to apply to the university so that we can get a chance to see what their activities that they've been involved with in high school, what they've been involved with in the community. The sooner that I know about those areas, and I find that out through the application, the sooner I know about that, the sooner that we can start looking for specific scholarships that might fit their background, might fit their academic interest, or whatever area they might pursue after college. The best place to find out about scholarship deadlines for a lot of the scholarships that we have is really to go online. If you go to www.drury.edu/scholarships, it has an almost complete list or exhaustive list of the scholarships that we offer and the deadlines for each of those scholarships. You can also click on one of those links to essentially go to what is needed for that particular scholarship. A lot of information can be found on that particular website. You really should be applying to colleges and universities in the fall, in September, October, and November. A lot of scholarship deadlines are typically in the first part of January. Sometimes they go later into February. But the problem that you get if you're really interested in scholarships and financial aid is the later that you go through the application process as well as supplying the information necessary for the scholarship process, the less likely you are to be able to optimize your financial aid package in the end. So the sooner you go through the application process, the sooner you supply that information, the better chances you are of getting those scholarships and optimizing the actual financial amount of those scholarships. We've got a couple different types of scholarships that are available at Drury. One is what I would say is more merit-based, a more merit-based scholarship. Merit-based scholarships include a dean scholarship, presidential scholarship, trustee scholarship. Those are all merit-based aid. Typically that is based off of ACT, GPA, high school activities, things that you've been involved with in the community as well go into factoring for that scholarship. Or those scholarships. Then we also have talent-based scholarship as well. So if you've been involved with like theater or art, or certainly if you play basketball or a sport, anything like that, we have talent-based awards for that as well. And the best thing to do is if you've been involved or you're interested in competing for those kind of scholarships and awards, is to contact your admission director so that he or she can kind of direct you to the right resource to go forward with that. The best thing to do is to go to the website www.drury.edu/scholarships, and you can see all the deadlines that are available for each one of our scholarships and also what's required to compete or to receive those scholarships. In many circumstances, yes, there's another application that you have to fill out in order to be considered or to be awarded a given scholarship. In addition to that, though, we also have a supplemental financial aid form on our website that you can fill out that would, when you fill that out, we're going to be taking a look at potentially, we have over 400 different scholarships that you may qualify for based on your background or the information that you fill out in that supplemental form. If you apply for a scholarship at Drury or receive a scholarship in any way, it does not commit you to attending Drury University. Your financial aid package with a complete list of all the grants, all the awards that you've been offered, should be arriving probably in the first part of March to the mid part of March. In some circumstances, just depending on how much financial aid has to work through, it could take a little bit longer than that, but for the most part, first part of March to mid-March, you should be receiving your financial aid package. It'll have a comprehensive list of all the awards you've been offered. Drury University is a private institution, and a common misconception is that it's less affordable to attend a private school than a public school. Drury University, we offer a lot of different scholarships and financial aid, and typically typically now, the more expensive the college or university, the more grants and scholarships will be made available to you. So what I always tell families is that never let the amount of tuition, whether it's Drury or another school, prevent you from actually applying and going through the financial aid and scholarship process. If you have any questions on your admission status, financial aid, scholarships, really the first person I would talk to is your admissions counselor. Chances are he or she will be able to answer your question. If it's requires a more refined answer, or if there's information that's not available to that admission counselor, they might redirect you to the financial aid office. But really, your first point of contact for everything at Drury University should be your admissions counselor.